Hey everyone, it's Holybell and I have two announcements before I actually start this video. One is I'm going to be doing one video a month instead of the two that I had promised before. I know, I'm sorry. I really have a bad habit of saying something and not doing it, but this time for sure I'll be able to do one video because school has been getting pretty crazy for me. A lot of exams are close paced together and whatnot, so to make sure I have a consistent schedule, it's gonna be once a month, unfortunately. Maybe two for lucky. As you can see, I'm kind of like disheveled right now because life. So yeah, I'm also filming in my common room, so you may hear some noise over there, and over there. So sorry about that. And also, I'm still trying to figure out my video editing software because it just got updated and the video quality may change a little bit, so sorry about that. But without further ado, let's actually get to the main video. Now this video is about where and how to buy sample products and how to test them on your skin to know if it works for you. I've had this problem before a lot of times where I just buy the entire bottle. It wouldn't be like the huge super value size, but it'd be the regular size, and then I find out it doesn't work for my skin or it just isn't doing anything, or I'm pretty much allergic to it, or it makes me sensitive. This happened one time with my Neutrogena alcohol-free toner. I found out it started to make my skin actually sensitive and burn, and I had already bought 2 bottles of it. It didn't like start immediately, but I thought, oh, it's cheap, let's buy it. That's my fault. At the same time, I should have tested it, but I didn't know I could actually buy a smaller bottle or a little decant of it where I could just test it on my skin and then see if it actually works for me. Now I know better. Now I know a lot better. So anyway, I'm just gonna basically tell you where I get my stuff. Now this video is going to focus mostly on the Asian beauty side of stuff, but I have found a place where you can actually get decants of Western skincare. So 2 thumbs up. So where I get most of my decants for Asian beauty is actually on Reddit. Yes, I know Reddit, bunch of weird people on there, and it's just a weird website in general unless you really are an enthusiastic visitor of the site. But if you can see, as I'm showing on the screen right now, this is where I actually get it, on Asian Beauty Exchange. What you have is many sellers who basically decant their products, which is they take the bigger size product, put it into a small container, and then sell it by milliliters. So I actually have a product that I'm testing right now, as you can see here. And it is the Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence SPF 50+. And I believe it's PA quadruple plus, or plus. But yeah, I actually needed to change my sunscreen because I'm allergic to coconut, certain forms of coconut, and my Neutrogena Ultra Sheer SPF 55 sunscreen actually has a coconut derivative. I believe this one does too, but it's a lot thinner than that one, and the less of sunscreen that I actually need to put on, the better. So I should have actually tested that out first, but I just bought a big bottle, and mistakes, you move on and you learn from them. Anyway, yeah, so you'd get the original bottle and the seller would put it in there. Now, the thread that I'm showing right now is actually where I got my decant sample of my COSRX Asols. And this is actually my favorite seller. I'll put her link in the description so that if you decide to like browse her stuff, because she has a ton of stuff, a ton of different things, and not just COSRX. She has from all different types of brands, and she also takes requests, which is awesome. And if you're in the US, she has it's flat $3 shipping plus whatever you bought. And then if you have over $50 worth of items, either $50 or $25 worth of items, you get a freebie that you can choose, and every purchase comes with a freebie anyway. It's just the over 25 or 50, you get to pick your favorite. But I've always gotten an interesting mask or foaming cleanser, whatnot, that I have to test eventually. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that I get to have those little surprises in the mail. And they come in the cutest like packaging ever. Anyway, you can get it from there. But if you really don't trust Reddit, like I was pretty apprehensive, Asian Beauty Exchange actually did this thing called AB Flare. So what they do is each seller has their own thread, and every time that someone has bought anything from them, they get to put a little review, 1 out of 5, how they feel satisfied with it, comments, and the link to the thread that they actually bought from. So that way there's a little bit of a like check and balances to make sure people aren't like being scammed or whatnot, even though they've read the wiki and such and such. So that's a good place to start if you're looking for Asian beauty, because it can get expensive if you're trying to get it like shipped directly from the source in Japan or Korea or China or whatever. And now the other places you can get like Asian beauty is the ones that are most popularly known are YesStyle, Rose Shop, and Ruby Shop. Now YesStyle is pretty known. There's a store in California, and also it's kind of trusted for the most part for their stuff, but at the same time it is pretty expensive from YesStyle. Rose Shop is a online store that actually ships directly from Korea. The difference between Rose Shop and Ruby Shop, which they are sister sites, Ruby Shop is free shipping. Only thing is some of the things are going to be a little bit more expensive to deal with that whole free shipping thing, but you are getting them directly from Korea. But you can still get samples on there, as like I'm showing right now. They're pretty cheap. It's just make sure you know really what your skin does not like and start making a list of ingredients. I'm going to put a link in the description for a website that many ABers and many people on Reddit, like the skincare threads, actually use to figure out is this going to be possibly triggering for acne or just an irritant in general. I believe it's called CostDNA or something.com. Some of it's actually in Korean, but some of it's translated, I believe. So that's a good site to use even for Western skincare. On that topic, for Western skincare, you can also go on Skincare Exchange, which is basically the Western skincare version of AB or Asian Beauty Exchange, and it works pretty much the same. While they don't have a flare system where you can review, I mean, it's pretty common sense. If you see a lot of people buying from this one person, I'm pretty sure, and it's been like a good amount of people for a good amount of length of time, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be fine if you're buying from them. Most of them take through PayPal or Venmo, I think that's what it's called, or they'll give you like an invoice using PayPal and you just pay through PayPal again. So you have options. You have options. Now make sure you don't buy too much too soon. You may see those lists and think, wow, $5 for 5 milliliters of some watery liquid essence or something. You're just buying all the things. Don't do that. What that is for you to test. So what I usually do is I buy a decant after researching what actually works on my skin and finding a product that has the least amount of different things that I haven't used before. So like when I was trying for my ASOL, I didn't know if propolis extract would actually affect me. I didn't know if AHAs or BHAs would affect me. So I researched and saw it had most of the ingredients that I've had in my snail mucin. So I thought, okay, it'd be a nice jump. After I did that, what I did first was, as I'm showing on here with my sunscreen, basically take it, put it on my arm. This is where I usually test most of my things. Put it on my arm the night before that I actually want to test it, and if I see any change in my arm, that means I should not be using it on my face. I'm going to have a reaction. I don't know why I picked my arm specifically here, but it's worked like all the time I've done it. So pick somewhere you know you can see pretty well, is clean and dry, and just put the product on there and see how it affects it. It's best at nighttime, I feel, because that way the sun isn't affecting anything, and if you put any acid or whatnot, you won't burn something, because some people have really sensitive skins. My skin is like a tank, like I always say, so it takes a lot of punching before it can actually go bleh. Anyway, yeah, that's the best way to actually test it on you. After that, when you start actually using it, and I'm going to use my CosRx 7% Whitehead Power Liquid as an example, and that is a legit acid, a legit active. That means I cannot just put it on simply and then just walk outside, because that will burn my face off, because it's a very high concentration of acid compared to my Asol, which is supposed to be a mild exfoliation. This one is meant to do very thorough exfoliation because it's like straight acid. Anyway, what I did was I tested it on my arm, like I said before. Didn't see any change. Now, because it's stronger than the acid I already used, one, I had to research whether I could use it with my Asol, because that's an acid, just a weak one. Two, I also had to find out how often do people use it commonly, how often do people use it that have my skin type, which is normal, and also how often should I start it off and then work my way up to. So what I started with was I used the first day that I actually used it, which was at night in the beginning of this week, and put it all over my face like I'm supposed to. I saw on their website, the people who made it said that they can use it with Asol as long as your skin can take it well. And I also found like other beauty bloggers that have my same skin type, and they did that too. So what I did was, when I put it on, night went, day came, I see my skin didn't have any weird reactions. So I thought, and I also didn't feel any different. Though I did see the difference, I didn't feel any different, which is very important. I saw that I didn't have any big difference the same way when I was testing my Asol. So I thought, instead of once per week to test this out, let me do it every other day or twice a week. So I did it on Wednesday, and when I did it on Wednesday, I saw that I still didn't feel like, oh, this is hurting my skin, oh, I'm getting weird reactions. So I thought, okay, this is gonna be three times a week, max, that's it. Any more, and I'm probably gonna see problems. So I've slowly worked my way up in a span of a week, which isn't best for everyone depending on your skin. I've slowly worked my way up to an appropriate amount that will help me see results faster, but at the same time will not ruin my skin barrier or cause some type of weird purging or reaction in my acne. So that's basically how I tested out my acid, which there will be a video of that next month, and I hope you look forward to it because I'm really liking this product. But for different people, the reaction time actually takes different times. For me, it's 3 weeks. Someone else, it could be 1 week. Someone else, it could be 2 months, depending on how their skin is. So make sure you time it according to yourself. These are just guidelines, but they're guidelines that I've learned the hard way from using things. Anyway, I hope you visit Gothic Corn Chic's thread and let her know that I sent you. Yay, because she can answer questions that you may have with certain products, as long as they're simple questions. And if there are any like detailed questions, you can go on Asian Beauty subreddit for a more detailed question in regards to your skin type and your climate, and basically how much the different things that you have inside of your products. And you can even try skincare addiction for the Western side of skincare if you need questions for that, because she's also on that side too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you did, and if you learned something, or if it's helped you in any way, and subscribe for more videos like this, because I actually enjoy making videos about this stuff. I wouldn't say I'm a beauty guru or beauty like YouTuber, but at the same time it's pretty interesting to see like the sciencey side of things, or like actually help people that didn't know this, because I didn't know this beforehand. I would just throw stuff on my face and hopefully it didn't react. Now I know that at least I'm making sure that I'm not hurting myself any more than like the product would normally do. So hopefully this helps someone out in the same situation. So I'll see you guys next month. Hopefully you're excited for that next video. So bye.